Alright, do a quick sound test. And I think it's good. Alright, so happy... Jeez, it's already December 30th. Happy December 30th. I want to talk real quick just about kind of the format, some things you guys might see that's a little different. You'll notice up in the corner, you should now see the chats. So if anybody's asking a question, I think what I haven't done well in the last couple is I haven't like repeated what the question was. So if you're not participating in chat, you don't really know what I'm saying. So now if you guys chat, it should be part of the live show. So when someone watches it in the future, it'll make a little more sense. So the other thing is I have added some silly features to this just because I'm a dork and I like to do silly stuff. So what I've done is I've made it to where I can do some overlays. So like you'll see Homer Simpson spinning here in the corner. I'll be able to do things like that in the future. So, all right. So let's talk about. I know what you guys want to talk about. You guys want to know what this surprise or secret is that I've been keeping from you. Before we go there, let's talk about the weather. It is cold, like ridiculously Elsa freezing cold. I'm going to show you how cold it is. It's really not cool. It is negative 17 degrees. That's about 50 degrees below what I like it to be. So I'm not real thrilled about that. Yeah, go back to the whole freezing thing. It sucks. So, all right. So what's this secret? Some of you had some interesting guesses. Probably the favorite one was whoever guessed that Crystal is pregnant. God, no, she is not pregnant. We're not planning on having any more kids. Technically, we can't have children anymore. We could if we had a surgery to reverse a procedure that was done. Not on myself, but that is not cheap. And I think, I know like Crystal has some, she wants a kid, you know. I think everybody goes through that phase where, oh, babies are cute, young kids are great, and then you wake up when they're 13 years old and you want to strangle them. So I think we're going to focus on paying more attention to the kids we already have. I'm waiting for the 13-year-old to walk out the door here any minute and do something to tick me off. So I think we're going to focus more on our kids. Okay, so we're not having a baby. Someone said we're both having weight loss surgery. That's not happening. I wouldn't do weight loss surgery. I'm not a good candidate for weight loss surgery. Not because I mean, physically I think I'm fine, but mentally I don't think I don't think I should do it. So what are we doing? So we are doing the 2018 challenge in 2018. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I am talking about this. So this is pretty much you run 2,000, or run or walk or jog, however you do it, 2018 miles in 2018. I don't know if we're going to sign up with these guys or not. We might, just to be part of the group. If anybody else is crazy and thinking about doing this, let me know, because maybe we can, because there's some cool things you can do on here. Like you can share, you can join up with other teams. That's the other thing too, is if you have a team, it's the team doing the 2018 miles. So part of this other surprise is Crystal is going to be joining me in this weight loss journey a little bit more. She's been doing a great job on her own with weight loss, and I'm not doing so good, so we're going to try to team up and make this a little bit better. And so the way this would work would actually be I'd have to do 1,009 miles in the year, and she would have to do 1,009, or some combination. So if I screwed up one day, she'd have to pick up the slack, and vice versa. So I think we're definitely doing the 2018. I don't know if we're gonna do it with these guys or not. I'm leaning towards we're probably gonna do it with these guys. So, all right, just looks like God. 2018 miles is a long way to walk. That's actually all the way back to where I used to live, and then back here again. So literally from Dickinson, North Dakota to Weiser, Idaho, and back is right around that mileage. That's a long way. So I will officially weigh in on Monday. Yeah, New Year's Day, I will officially weigh in. And then I'm doing my intermittent fasting, aka 1 meal a day. And then I will also be doing, obviously, the walking/running every single day. So if I did it by myself, it came out to like 5.5 miles a day. With Crystal, I think we've just decided we're going to each try to do 3 miles a day. Definitely hit the goal, and it seems like a healthy 3 miles a day shouldn't be that bad. I mean, you get to count your normal walking in the day. So I figure I probably walk 1.5 miles to 2 miles a day anyways. Maybe a little bit less. And then on top of that, when I come home, I just have to actually get out and hit the treadmill. So the problem with that right now, though, is the treadmill's in the garage and it's negative 17 degrees outside. And it's like negative 4 in the garage. So we're going to have a couple days to figure that one out. So yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of cheesy GIFs that run across your screen, there's one for you. All right, so that is kind of cool. This Stream Deck, I got this thing. It's called a Stream Deck. Let me switch back over here and show you guys. So it's this little contraption right here. It actually lets you do things by pressing buttons instead of having to use your mouse and click on the screen and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so one other thing. Last night, the wife and I actually got to go watch. So we went and watched Pitch Perfect 3. Really liked it. Really, really liked it. It was awkwarific. It was great. It was a little wordy for me. This is one of those times where it's nice to have. I mean, I like a movie with a plot, but when it's a musical, I really like to have a little more music. It seemed like this one was a little, I don't know, it didn't seem to be as good as far as the number of songs, but they were really good. I thought it was a really good movie. Fat Amy, as always, did not disappoint with her crude and somewhat derogatory sexual humor. And there were some good twists. It was a good show. I'm sad to see that it's the last one, so hopefully there's some kind of spin-off. I mean, geez, what do we got, like 15 Star Wars movies? Surely we can get one more Pitch Perfect movie, so we'll see. Maybe they'll do like a Pitch Perfect when they were in grade school. I don't know. That'd be kind of funny. So, all right, so you guys are really quiet, which means my regulars probably aren't watching right now. That's all right. Oh, so my wife, for those of you who don't know, what she's been doing for dieting is there's a health clinic here in town. It's called Sanford Health, and they they have a program. It's like a weight loss program, and they have their own meals, which you buy and they send them to you. Um, so it it makes it simpler for her. So she's done really well on that. I don't know how much she's lost. I think 20 pounds or somewhere around there. We'll talk more about that in the coming weeks, as far as kind of what our overall plan is, because hers is going to be different than mine. We'll share in the exercise, but when it comes to like the meals and stuff, we are taking a little bit different approach. Um, so the one thing, so I've been working on my one meal a day. I haven't done great at it, but I've not been doing any calorie counting. And I've had people just hammering me about how much weight have you lost this month. It's like, I haven't lost any weight. I would like to have lost weight from doing what I was, but I wasn't focused on calories or the types of foods or anything. It was strictly just getting kind of a routine down. So that I think has gone pretty well, and I have no doubt that January 1 is going to be great starting. So I'm going to jump right in January 1st with continuing doing my intermittent fasting, really focusing on the calorie intake, and really focusing on making sure I hit those goals with the exercise. Because that's disappointing if I don't hit those goals. I got to hit those goals. So I did want to talk real quick about Amberlyn Reed again. She seems very motivated. I'm very excited for her. I really hope it works out. But this is my last, and I hope no one takes this the wrong way. This is my last attempt for hope for her. After this. It's been too drawing emotionally for me to sit and suffer through her comments and try to make it easier for her. And I got to see some effort from her, else. I mean, I don't know. I know it sucks that I say that, because I've been the advocate behind her the whole time, saying that I won't ever stop being an advocate for her. But it's gotten to the point to where she's got to try. She's got to want to do it, because me being there backing her is not doing anything. So hopefully January 1st for her becomes a huge success, and hopefully she goes on to help people. So, anything else going on this week? Other than really cold, not that I could think of. If anybody has any questions, feel free to type them up in live chat, and I'll try to answer those as best I can. Let's see. So the I think one issue that's going to be tough is we have 4 kids. So yeah, that's a good point. What is going to be difficult with the weight loss journey starting in January? So probably the biggest difficulty is going to be our kids. I'm all for having them eat healthy, but it's not real feasible to have them eat exactly the way we're going to be eating. One, I don't think they would. I think they'd probably starve to death before they tried to eat some of the crap we're going to eat. But also, each of them is different. I mean, Jaden and Jacoby have amazing metabolisms, and Jordan's is not so amazing. And some of them like vegetables, some of them don't like vegetables. They are the pickiest kids I've ever seen. You know, if we had one of those kids, it wouldn't be so bad, but all 4 of them are picky. So sometimes meals is just a pain in the butt. But all right. So if anybody is watching, I would love it if someone would maybe just do a test in my live chat just to make sure it's working. I did a lot of changes, and I want to make sure. I mean, it looks like it's working. I just became that guy. Okay, thank you. It is working, and it showed up on the screen like it's supposed to. Awesome. Okay, that was fun. Okay, so here's any other difficulties going into the new year with weight loss. Sugar addiction is a definite issue with me. So really going to restrict I don't like restricting being around things, because I know it's not realistic, but I'm going to keep them out of my house. I don't need them here. I don't want it. So one of the other things that happened, which I'm a little bummed about. Oh, you want to know what the announcement was? Okay, so the announcement was we are going to do. So my wife is going to start being on here a little bit more with me. But also, we are doing the 2018 and 2018, which is you're doing 2018 miles during the year of 2018. So that's going to be like huge, gigantic, difficult, but we're going to do it. So that's the big announcement was we're not pregnant, we're not doing weight loss surgery. There's a ton of other guesses that were hilarious. So okay, so I have an Apple Watch 2, which I love. What sucks though is with the weight that I gained back, now my watch doesn't fit me. So what I went and did, I went and bought these little, they're the pieces that go on the watch, so I'm going to make my own wristband this weekend. Nothing fancy, just something that'll work for me. So you're going to start over in 2018 also. I think a lot of people are. There are some great inspirational people out there. Oh man, Found in Alaska is great. Fat Over 40 is great. There's so many people that did great this year, but there's a lot of us that have to do a reboot. So rebooting right here. So anyways, I'm going to use these little things, get my Apple Watch working so I can track my mileage accurately. I like technology, but it tends to break around me a lot for some reason. I can't really say this broke, though. This was just me gaining weight. But well, I don't think you failed. If you failed, you wouldn't start over. I think you had a rough year. To me, failure is the only people that fail are the people you don't hear from and the people that give up. That's the only time that people fail. I didn't do well. You might not have done well, but we can do better. So don't give up. Keep trying. There's a lot of us in the same boat, trust me. And if we're not careful, that boat's going to sink with all of us in it. But hopefully enough of us lose weight this year that it doesn't go under. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to cut off here. I want to thank everybody for joining me today that joined, and anybody that watches this, feel free to comment and let me know what you'd like us to do different. I know I do this at a horrible time. I do it this time because my kids are usually asleep and no one's using the internet, so the stream quality is a little bit better. Oh, and you should have noticed that hopefully the webcam looks a little bit better. I did do some tweaks on that, and hopefully going forward I can do a little bit better job of this live stream thing. So I am enjoying this. It's nice to be able to recap things and get to answer some questions when they come up. So, all right, guys, like always, if you need help, you just got to ask.